Welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and on this channel, I'm sharing our journey of learning how to turn our home into a homestead. Today, we are in day number 2 of super preservation mode. Yesterday, I canned up, I think it was like 20 pints of apple butter, and today is going to be squash day, and if I get through to it, corn day as well. We'll see how it goes. But I do have something super exciting. Today's sourdough thing is going to actually be an experiment, and we're going to be battering the battering and deep frying the zucchini to see how it works. So that is going to be kind of an interesting thing. I have no idea how it's going to work, but I'm going to share that with you. I've also got some tonkatsu ramen broth going, and we're just got all kinds of stuff going. So I'm not going to be ready to break my fast for another hour. So in the meantime, I'm just going to, just know that's what I'm doing in the background. So, and I'm making videos of it for you guys. Those videos are going to be coming in October while I'm at HOA. So these ones are just me kind of getting prepared, getting ahead. So let's do this.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to Fermented Homestead. My name is Angie, and you can tell by the dishes behind me. Well, maybe not so much over here, but definitely over here. You can tell that we are in full-on preservation mode. Things are coming in from the garden, and so far we have
All right, so 24 cups of squash is not as much as I thought it would be. There's still a ton left. We probably used 1 box, and that's a double recipe. So, oh God, I just noticed that. Can you see that? Oh, the apple butter exploded on the ceiling. I didn't notice until right now. Alrighty, so yeah. So I'm getting ready to make our fried zucchini, and in order to do that, we need some frying oil. I went out to our freezer where I have some old suet that we rendered a few years ago, 3 years ago, and I'm just putting it inside here, and we're gonna try and open these guys up because most of them are pretty free floating in here, and they'll just dump right out for the most part. So we're just gonna leave these to kind of come to room temperature, I suppose. Should I put this in water? Maybe I should put this in water. Yeah. Undo everything I just did. Put this in water. I'm super pumped about this. I hope it works. So I'm following a recipe by Daily Sourdough, and she did this for fish and chips. So I'm gonna kind of tweak it a little bit, but I'm still gonna kind of use her her principles. We're gonna start out pretty small. So all you do is you just take some sourdough, discard. There we go. Like I said, starting out small. And then you're gonna mix in a little bit. You can use either beer or sparkling water. I don't have any beer, so we're gonna use sparkling water. And you're just gonna mix it in until it gets to the consistency you want. And my experience, I tested this out yesterday, and I think I did a little bit too thin of a consistency. So err on the side of being a little thick. This is probably a little too thin. Because I've never really battered anything before, so I didn't really know what to expect. And I definitely had thinned it out too much. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Let's go ahead and I forgot to get the oil heating up. So we're gonna put these in here just to bring over to the stove. Oil's warming up. Okay, so we're gonna season it with some of this for flavor. Well, that was probably too much, but whatever. We like flavor. And then right before we add in the zucchini or the squash, we're gonna add in a bit of baking soda. Frying is not my strong suit, so I did ask for some tips from the hubby. So we're gonna try and institute it. He's does it a lot and grew up doing it, so he knows a lot about it. I don't, so I had to ask him for some tips. So we'll try and do that here. Oh, that's slippery. That is not gonna work. This is the only angle that's gonna work. Sorry, guys. Okay, so he said to take a little bit of the... Oh yeah, we are golden. Okay, we'll just add in a teeny bit. Nothing crazy because we didn't do much batter here. Okay. So let's give this first one a try. That's good. It has this weird little halo. So I think I'm gonna have to look into how to get rid of that halo. I can see why people deep fry this. Oh my gosh, this is so good.
Looks a lot worse than it actually is.
These things are seriously just beyond delish. I'm gonna keep tweaking these and see if I can figure out exactly the right way to batter and fry these, but they're worth it. Oh my gosh, these things are so good. And like, come on. I mean, it's deep fried in home rendered suet, not tallow, suet. And it's got sourdough. It's long ferment, at least 24-hour fermented sourdough. And I mean, and zucchini, like, or squash, same thing. I'm stoked about this. This is a great Nourishing Traditions style, so I'm super pumped. Okay, so I'm gonna keep tweaking this a little bit and then I'll get back to you guys later. It's been a couple of days since we made our sourdough battered summer squash. And I actually froze this because I was curious to see what it would be like frozen. And then I popped it in the air fryer for about 5 minutes at 400. And this stuff is fantastic. It's nice, it's crunchy. And depending on the ingredients that you use, it can be really healthy. You saw that we deep fried this in our home rendered suet. And we used only the 24-hour fermented sourdough discard to actually batter this. Well, and then we threw in a couple of spices. Hold on, my broth is boiling. You guys are gonna see coming up here, I actually did some of the actual breaded zucchini. And I did it the way that my friend Tangi did over at Freedom Homestead. And so that video is gonna be coming out. And that one I did add some Tony Sacheries to it. Right, I added all kinds of spices, whatever the spices were that she recommended, I added to it. And that definitely aided in the flavor of it. And I really enjoyed that. So I would definitely add, at very minimum, just add some kind of a spice seasoning that you enjoy to that, and it would amplify the flavor, and you can make it different types of flavors as well. But I want to make sure that I'm pointing out is not needed. It is completely delicious just as it is. It freezes, thaws just fine. I would not recommend just throwing these in the freezer without pre-cooking them because it just turns into a blob. Ask me how I know. I'm gonna be making a video here today on a bit more of a how to do this with okra, but it carries on just as fine with this one. So stay tuned for that one. We're gonna go into a little bit more detail and do it in various different ways. So I hope that you guys enjoy that. If you guys are new around here, we just moved to our 30-acre homestead in southern Missouri, and I'm sharing with you all the things that we're doing to turn our home into a homestead. And most of that revolves around the kitchen with food preservation, canning, freezing, dehydrating, and fermenting, as well as sharing with you videos on how you can use that food in your everyday cooking. If that sounds awesome to you, click this button right here. This is the subscribe button. This is what tells YouTube you want to come back here. Up here is a video that Mr. Google Pants thinks that you're going to enjoy. And if you got FOMO and you want to know what we did yesterday, or at least in the last video, click this button right here. This will answer that question for you. And then up here is our Sourdough for Normies playlist. Check that one out for all the awesome sourdoughness that we've been doing since the beginning of September. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.